Kia ora and nau mai, haere mai. Welcome to Shore Road here in Parnell, Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland for the 2024-25 Auckland Cricket Martin Guptill Premier Men T20 competition between the home side Parnell and the visitors Grafton from the middle of town. My name is Bevan Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting. Pleasure to have you wherever you are tuned in, covering this one instead of Eden Roskill tonight, who are away to Cornwall. News out in the middle is that Grafton, they won the toss and have elected to have a bat first, because Anakat Parikh will open the bowling here from the water end. Just waiting to see who the batters are, sorry. Conditions, it's bright, it's sunny. The wind's about to make it a bit cooler. This first one's short from Parikh, and it's knocked back to him. Starts with the dot. Sunith Gunawadana and Dylan Taylor, the batters. Umpires for this one, Jim Birchall and Vinny. The second ball, right arm round. And this one hit down to mid-off. Oh, misfield. And it'll be 4 runs. Yes, it will. Just couldn't dive down on top of it and went over the old Harbour Bridge for that loss after 2 balls. So he's going to widen up one of the Grafton all-rounders. This is hit to short fine leg, and Gunawadana gets back in time. As you can probably tell, it's quite windy, as it's a slower one and beats Gunawadana, so a couple of dots in there. Parnell having a strong win against Eden Roskill last week. Is bowled! Goes on the sweep! And it's through him, and the first wicket falls. It's 4 for 1. Apologies, Dylan Taylor on strike. I was relying on, Play HQ. So he's dismissed for 4. And it's 4 for 1, 1 ball left in the first over. Garth Olaf, the new batter for Grafton. Grafton, which as I said, set up in the middle of town at Victoria Park. Commentating there, and was having a Scottish bagpipe lesson that was going on underneath that added to everything. Parikh is going to go right arm round again to the right hand of the last ball of the first. It's full. And this is hit to the left of mid-off, and this time it's fielded successfully. Ends the first over. It is 4 for 1. 5 for 1, sorry. Just waiting to see who the first bowler from the road end is. This one's cut. Backward point doing some fielding. They scamper through for 1. It's Jack Diamond that's bowling. Taylor now No, Garth Olaf, sorry. 2 off 2. Sinner's Gunaradna to face his first ball. And this one on a good length. Just hit down to mid-on and they run with the shot. Parnell playing with two 17-year-olds tonight, both from Auckland Grammar, still got 1 year left. Both part of the Auckland Under-19 team. Auckland Under-19 squad, I should say. Harry Waite and Marco Alp. It's actually Marco Alp that's got the gloves tonight rather than Harry Miller. Who's the usual Parnell keeper. As this is on a shorter length, a bit more pace. And Olaf just drops his hand underneath it. Trying to look at my notes in this quite fierce bin. Since these are all T20 stats since the start of last season, according to Play HQ. It's the fourth ball of the over, comes down the wicket and has a swing in it. There's an appeal for Cook behind. Not given. They are just sitting on the boundary almost where the scoreboard is. The boundary is just lower than that. As the slip comes out, we've got third man that's on the boundary and a deep mid wicket. The two players allowed out in the first 6 overs. So Olaf has 104 runs in 5 innings, average of 20.8. As he has another swing and a miss on this one. Strike rate of just over 100. Highest score in T20s was 36 against Howard Pakuranga last year. But did get the 12th highest partnership, which was with Dylan Taylor, who's been dismissed. 86 runs in that same game against Howard Pakuranga. 1 ball left in the second over. And this one's on a shorter length. Hit down, it's got through extra cover. Good diving save there. And they pick up 1. Ends the over 2 gone. It is 8 for 1. Sorry folks, just trying to fix the scoreboard here. So this one's down leg side and called wide. So next ball slower and just hit to extra cover. A little slower, flighty one, but down leg side. So this one's hit down the ground, play it back there, taken! Holes out at long off, and the second wicket falls. 8 for 2 now. resort to the old Play HQ scoreboard, sorry. Just waiting for it to do its update to see the new batter is. Varric has 2 from the sea end, or the water's end, sorry. And it's just hit back to short extra cover. And this one behind square on the offside, short third man in play. Two balls left in the third over. This is a full toss. They hit down to long on for 1. Varric's next ball. It's a slow one, just turn off the pads to square leg, and some good fielding there. It prevents the run. And ends the third over. It's 11 for 2 now. Apologies for the issue with the full scoreboard there, folks. If you want to see the full scoreboard, there's a link to this, linked to the full scoreboard in the description. It looks as though Diamond will bowl his second over, the 4th of the game from the road end here at Shore Road. And this one just clipped off the pads from Duffy. He's just scored a 2. 12 for 2 now. Diamond, 1 ball into his second, none for 4, and it kept Parnell 2 overs, 2 for 8. Pleasure to have your company, folks, wherever you are tuned in. Bevan Jenkins to the Bears Broadcasting. Got any comments on that? I've just seen that there is a, oh no, fielder's just going to move slightly out of our way. We'll put the camera up a bit higher, but unfortunately with the wind it's too strong, as this is off the pads. And given, LBW, it's a small appeal, and the third wicket falls. Duffy's gone, and it's 12 for 3. It's good and widener, sorry, dismissed. And Diamond has the third. James Pickering comes to the crease to join Jack Duffy. Gunawardner, 1 off 3. It's a short stunt at the crease. This Diamond not happy with the run up there. It is blowing straight across my shoulder. I'm half a metre away from the camera. There's a slip and play. Third man in fine league, the 2 fielders allowed out. As this is full, driven to the left of mid-off. They'll pick up 1 and they'll come back for 2 as well. Be a comfortable 2 in the end. Pickering off the mark, first ball. Congratulations to the Black Caps last night down in Kirikiri. Hamilton picking up a consolation win in the 3-match series. This is one's driven 3-point and cover, and it'll be retrieval mission 4 runs. So Mitchell Satner, after picking up the 4 wickets last night, being named New Zealand's white ball captain from now till the World Cup, T20 World Cup, which is to be held in Australia and New Zealand in 28. As this is a cricket ball, and just couldn't catch up with that one. And the other international going on at the moment, Australia declaring at 89 for 7 with a lead of 274. India 3 without loss. I think that one, with the amount of rain that's been around in Brisbane, it's going to end in a draw. As this one from Diamond just hit 2 point. Doesn't get a run. Ends the 4th over. It is 18 for 3. Grafton winning the toss and electing to bat. It's a weird looking pitch out there being laid out for this one. It's a bit barren, just a lot of brown grass on it. It's Perique to continue at the water's end. First ball of Perique's new over, and this is hit straight to mid-off, and they run with a shot. Good run there from Jack Duffy. Oh, sorry, don't know how I saw Anakin Perique. I think he's got a bit more hair there. So sorry, it is James Nelson, represented New Zealand under-19s at the South Africa World Cup, the World Cup in South Africa earlier this year, in January. Saw the captain and Perique standing there talking to James and assumed it was him bowling. Duffy on 3 or 5, Pickering on strike. The left-hander comes forward, plays this to the right of mid-off this time, and I'll pick up 1. 20 for 3. Pitch does seem to be a decent T20 pitch. Right arm round from Nelson, and there's half a shot for RBW, but hard when you're bowling right arm round to give RBW out. If you've got any thoughts or comments, folks, please put them in the chat. I'll get round to them when I see them. This is a forward press, and they run with a shot. One more the total. Wednesday afternoon, week before Christmas Day. A week today. It's next ball from Nelson. A little bit quicker on this one. Hit to extra cover though. For no run. One ball left in the fourth. He comes forward and just plays this to extra cover. 5 gone. Parnell on top at the moment. They're 21 for 3. Good to have you tuned in there, Ollie. Parnell player as well. I'm actually not sure whether you are still playing for Parnell, Ollie. Sponsors Day here though at Parnell. Big thanks to their sponsors: Astra Ultra Radiology, Grey Nichols, GM, New World Remuera, Placemakers, Player Sports, Transbold, and West Ferry. Seems though the sight screen at the water's end has seen better days. Sitting next to the roller actually there. I've got a story about that roller, the 10-tonne roller here at, excuse me, Parnell is the first ball of the new over as a dot. Hayden Dixon played his first Premier T20 match last week against Eden Roskill. And that 80-odd run thumping that they won by. The second ball from Dixon, shorter, clipped round, player back there, a deep backward square. All he can do is retrieve it, hit 6. Looked in play for a moment, but the wind was always taking it away from him. And the first 6 of the match. Jack Duffy moves to 10 of 9 deliveries, his first boundary, 27 for 3. This is Dixon this time full up, and they're going to pinch a single. Running with the shot again. Briggs Pickering 7 off 7. Back on strike, the both batters just having a discussion. The next ball they pinch a quick single. Some good running between the wicket between these two. There's the DJ here playing some decent music. The Eagles coming out, one of the best concerts I've ever been to at what is now Go Media Mount Smart Stadium. Last time they toured with Glenn Fry in the line-up. It's the next ball from Dixon and a swing and a miss. Dixon coming back well after that, being belted for a 6 over deep backward square. Update the other Premier Men T20 Martin Guptill comp games going on at the moment. In the second after this last ball of the 6th. As this one's pulled round through mid wicket, no player back there. It's the players behind square, and they'll get 2. They'll think about a third, but turned down. 6 gone. It is 31 for 3. Grafton winning the toss and electing to bat. So, other games going on at the moment. Takapuna at home to East Coast. Takapuna batting first, 14 without loss after 2. North Shore at Devonport Domain taking on Hibiscus Coast, 5-1 halfway through the third. Birkenhead at home to Cumu, who Grafton beat on the weekend in the one-dayer, as Nelson's about to bowl his second from the orders end. Birkenhead 14-2. Suburbs New Lynn at home at Ken Maunda, 23 without loss after 3 against Waitakere. As the first ball of the new over, after the fielding restrictions, they pinch 1 down to long on. Eden Roskill 17 without loss at Cornwall. No score yet between Papatoetoe and Uni at Papatoetoe Rec Ground. And Hawk Pakaranga at Michael's Ave and Ellerslie 26 without loss after 3. This one a little bit slower. And they played out to the cover sweeper and they take 1. Fielders on the boundary, long on, long off. Mid wicket and square leg, no one on the boundary on the offside, as this one's just played back to the bowler. Tell you the story about the roller here at Shore Road that I have. It was actually from Rugby that as this one's clipped off the pads down to Cow Corner and they'll take 1. James Pickering on 10, now on 10. Be Duffy on strike. He was here during the rugby season covering a Grammar Junior game. It's this one, it's been missed from Alp. And just waiting to see the signal. It's 1 by. And this kid walked past me holding his arm and pretty upset. Wondered what had happened and actually caught up with that kid as this one's played down to long off. And I'll take 1. Caught up with that kid at Grammar Tech that afternoon, asked him what happened because his arm was in a sling. They'd been kicking the ball around. Is that in the 7th over? Oh, it's 36 for 3. Yeah, they're kicking the ball around and the kid backed up into the 10-ton roller here at Shore Road and didn't win that argument. Have seen a Parnell supporter in one arm as well. Broke it with having the ball hit back at him. I think Aniket Parikh was a guilty party on that occasion. Nelson finishes his second over, none for 7. Dixon has been replaced at the road end. Just waiting to see who the new bowler is. Harry Waite, thank you. Leg spinner starts his T20 Premier career with a wicket. It's at the top of middle and off. The 17-year-old has 1 off 1 ball. That's one way to start. And it's 36 for 4 Grafton, having won the toss and electing to bat. James Pickering dismissed. Belled Waite for 11 off 13 deliveries as Archie Gothard walked to the crease for Grafton in the number 2 shirt. Should actually pay a little tribute there to Iniket Parikh, who on the weekend did the double. He managed to score 100 runs against Cornwall, and then in the field backed it up with a 5-wicket bag. What a bad day at the office. Gothard just asking for centre. Pleasure to have your company, folks. Review tuned in. His second ball from weight, and this will beat short extra cover. Hit down to long on for one. A reminder there'll be highlights and photos. I haven't actually had a chance at the moment to take any photos today. Posted to Bev's Broadcasting official Facebook page in coming days. You'll hear the click, click, click in a moment. Of the camera as this is hit down past weight. I'll pick up one more. 38 for 4 halfway through the 7/8 over. Saw this last week covering Parnell's match against Eden Roskill. Where Parnell struggling batting first has beats them in flight this time. Gothard, the new batter. Gothard beaten this time as well. And Grafton won the toss as well, so not a bad start here from Parnell at all. As I said, they struggled batting first last week against Eden Roskill and then managed to bowl them out for 69. Defending 140 off the top of my head. As that ends the 8th over, it is 38 for 4. Jack Wright bowling his first over from the water's end. Did hear a story about Harry Waite has over 100 wickets for this one short and quick and through the keeper. Not one for the over. It's taken over 100 wickets for Auckland Grammar. First 11. So Ollie Pringle, you are right, he definitely can bowl with stats like that. The joys of being in public. People walking in front of camera, I don't mind it at all. Just please don't stop whatever you do. As this one's bottom edge and called through for a quick run there from Duffy. They get home safely. I don't think Gothard knew exactly where that had gone, but trusted his batting partner. To apologise, it was Gothard calling Duffy through. Cover mid-wicket on the boundary. Mid-off and mid-on back. Oh, up, sorry, I should say. Well, third man and fine leg back. So he just plays us on the crease. And they can't get another single. Parnell, if they can just pick up wickets here and there, they should be able to hold Grafton to a respectable total. The old cliche of you don't know what the pitch is like till the other team bats first, though, always can apply. As this one's pulled round and taken at mid-on. Great catch, right at grass level, and a fifth wicket falls. 40 for 5. And Archie Gothard gone for 2. It's Duffy because they pinched a single before. Try and get my scoreboard going so I know a bit better as Vinit Mehta walks to the crease. Try and get my scoreboard going better and the camera in a better position than it is. Break. As this one takes a half a step down the wicket and doesn't play a shot. Apologies folks, just seen that I've adjusted that camera a bit wrong. Hopefully that one might serve us better, that angle. As this one, bounces probably twice the height. And funny enough is called wide. .41 for 5, 1 ball left in the 9th over. Even though the graphic says 9 overs gone. Last one was a wide, so definitely one to come. Takes over the crease, just plays this to the left of short extra cover. They take the run with it. And after 9, 42 for 5, Grafton having won the toss and electing to bat. as Waite's second over, and this one half an appeal as it spoons off the pads. Ollie, when I see Daniel next down here, I'll let him know what you've got to say about him, the kind word. As this one's driven down past Waite, down to long off, they get one. Hey Dan, Ollie set. I'll wait for Harry to bowl this ball. It is gone. Second first slip. Ollie Pringle says you got massive shoulders, and the 6 wicket falls. It's 42 for 6. Harry Waite, the 17-year-old, making his Prem debut tonight. Has 2 wickets now. First ball from Fraser Campbell, just hit to long on. I'll take one. Ormiston has his 3rd catch of this match. Gothard gone for 2 off 6. Finette Meta 2 off 4 on strike. Just plays this down to long on. One with the shot. Looks as though the India-Australia 3rd test is going to be a draw. Currently raining in Brisbane. I think there's 1 session to play. As Campbell leaves this one alone. 10 overs gone, halfway through. It is 45 for 6. Currently raining again in Brisbane. India, 8 without loss, needing 275 to win there. Can't see that game ending in anything but a draw. Hopefully get something more. I don't think we're going to get rain here in Parnell tonight. The only other game I've covered here actually poured down with rain right just in the innings break. But didn't lose any overs from it. As this comes down the wicket, doesn't matter. He likes to use his feet at the moment. Doesn't get a run. Remains 3 off 5. Campbell 1 off 2 deliveries at the other end. There's the second ball of the over. This one pushed to Parikh, and he has a shot at the stumps. I think he was just timed there at Meta. Doesn't hit anyway. Right, 1 for 5. 2 balls into his second over. Campbell back on strike. This one's just shouldered arms a little bit. Toes inside the ball. Mid-wicket, deep backward square, third man, fine leg on the boundary, and not cover as well. Gamble waits again and bowled! Middle it off again! And the 7th wicket falls, it's 46 for 7. Ravi Talent's first ball just plays this to point, no run. Wright has 2 for 5, 2 balls left in his second over. As a reminder, you'll go to Bev's Broadcasting official Facebook page in coming days. We've still got photos from Touch last Sunday to post up on the Ngāti Touch page. And then I'll get straight onto these ones. So this one's just played from the back of the crease. I take 1 to the total. Ends the 11th over, it is 47 for 7. Strangely enough, the way Harry Waite is bowling, 2 for 5 in his 2 overs, he's getting a third. As this one's clipped off the pads, they'll take 1. Deep square's quite deep, but he restricts it just to 1. Doesn't do too bad with the underarm throw either. But better was in the crease yesterday. As it's off the pad, slip's gone round. It ballooned up. It landed safely in after all that. This one's just played on the crease. I'll update the reserves match going on in a moment. For both these clubs, this is a full toss down to deep mid wicket for 1. This one's played down to short extra cover. It's been quite busy. Yeah, there's been a couple of fielders in that position. As oh, this is it, straight back and the stumps have gone flying. Did I take that one? No touch on it, and that it was back. And it ends the 12th. It's 49 for 7. Grafton are batting first in the reserves game, 46 for 3. At Victoria Park. At the crease, Thomas Drum and Ben Brady. Wicket takers for Parnell, Vatsal Desai, Yatin Ramesh and Pawan Karel. And I'll also have a look at see what's going on in the thirds match between these two clubs. There's a good lifting one and through the keeper. Jack Wright continuing, bowling his third over as well. There's no score given in the Premier 3 match. That game being held at Oraki Domain, which is also home to Gravitech Rugby Club, where I spend most of my winter. Second ball of Wright's third over, and just a swing and out miss. Wright has 2 for 6. 2 balls into his third. I think Harry Waite will get a fourth. His netter comes down the wicket and just dead bats this. Parnell defending champs after winning last year's T20 Premier Men T20 competition against University at Maiden Park, not too far from here. It was a brilliant final. Saying off air just before that, probably one of the best T20 games I've done. As it's caught, bowled straight back and right, and he takes it comfortably. 49 for 8. And Parnell well on top. Someone from the public just asking to see that replay, so I thought I'd chuck it in there as if I could, and I did. Just with the pace of excuse me, T20s, you don't normally get the chance. First ball to Shan Vadia is a wide. And a minute gone, caught and bowled from right. So this is played to mid off this time. 5 off 14 metre. If you're ever down where I'm situated and would like to give commentary a go, let me know. Commentating by yourself is a bit boring, unfortunately. Always great when you can bounce off someone. Don't need any experience, just it is not ACC style. As the next one, they just got a top edge that's rolled off the shoulder, and they'll pick up one. I've just seen that the wind has knocked the camera loose. I'll just refresh that. And it's the end of the 13th, 51 for 8. Grafton batting first, having won the toss. It seems as though I'm having a few problems with that camera. As Waite's first ball of his last over. Can't chase up with it. So now the boss is playing in the background. Robbie Tallett on strike. 2 off 5 deliveries. No, sorry, Vadia. And bowled. Waite's got a third. And now it's 51 for 9. Vadia, sorry, without scoring of 4 deliveries, is Nick Robinson is the number 11 for Grafton. Harry Wright, 3 for 7. 2 balls into his 4th. 17-year-old from Auckland Grammar. As Nick Robinson goes back into his crease. There's the next ball. Oh! Tucks Robinson up. Has to play it at the crease. Looks a bit quicker this time. But he'll be there for the next ball at least. For his and Grafton's sake. Let's just plays this. Get off the mark with a quick single to short mid wicket. $52 for 9, 1 ball left in Waite's spell. As this is off the pads to backward square. It's a dot, ends the 14th, 52 for 9. Grafton in all sorts of problems. Harry Waite finishes with 4 overs, 3 for 8. It looks as though Hayden Dixon is going to be bowling his second over, this time from the water's end. He's bowled 1 over from the road end here at Shore Road. I have to have a look at my stats and see where that 3 for 8 stands in best figures since the start of last season. But Dixon, and they'll pick up a single first ball of the over. They turn down the second. Tell it now 3 off 7 deliveries. Dixon's second ball. Drives on the up and over mid-off. And it'll be 4 runs. So since the Premier Men T20 matches since the start of last season, Harry's 4 overs 3 for 8 sits 16th. Auckland under-19s player, along with Marco Alp, the keeper. This one's pulled round to deep mid-wicket. They take 1. Big thanks again to Parnell sponsors. It is Sponsors Day here at Shore Road. Astra Radiology, Grey Nichols, GM, New World Remuera, Placemakers, Player Sports, Transbuild and West Ferry. Clubs and organisations these days just can't do without the generosity of local businesses. As this is a short, slow bouncer and called Legal. Robinson just dropped the hands underneath that. And this one bowled! Middle stump, peg back! Grafton, having won the toss and electing to bat first, have been dismissed for 58. We'll be back in 10 minutes for Parnell's chase of 59. Just a reminder, if you want to see the full scorecard, the link is in the description. trailer coming up for Bev's Broadcasting, folks. Here, the fielding, good scrum, they've got 8-9, little cross kick, and it's the number 12 by himself, he gets it up, it does! They'll check, try scored! And a great way for fielding to finish this season, Andrew.
Good way to finish, but they'll be bitterly disappointed, I'd imagine, going undefeated all season, and then just not being able to get over the final hurdle now. But you've really got to give your props to St John's College from Hamilton. 3 years in a row they've been in the final, Bev. Fallen short the last 2 years.
Let me go through this replay here, mate. As I said, 8-9. They looked at some options. Great kick out to the wing. St John's, I don't think they really they were too bothered about it. But a well-deserved try to make it 42-31 and what's been an epic final. Nixon Foreman to finish things off. Tries to whip it round. It does! What a kick! That is it though! St John's College have won the Team Randall Cup for 2024. Hoki mai ono, welcome back. It is Parnell's chase of 59. Grafton, having won the toss and electing to bat, have been rolled pretty quickly. Jack Duffy top scoring with 16. James Pickering the only other player with 10, with a score over 10. Perique 2 wickets, Diamond 1, Dixon 1, and then Waite and Jack Wright. Harry White, a 17-year-old, and Jack Wright, 3 wickets each, 3 for 8 and 3 for 7 off 4 and 3 overs respectively. As Harry Miller and James Nelson have walked to the crease. Miller didn't have the gloves as the other 17. Marco Alp had the gloves. And the first ball whipped round, 3 mid-wicket. And they'll pick up 2 runs. Grafton's score of 58 is the lowest team total since the start in Premier Men T20, since the start of last season. Lowest previous was Eden Roskell's 67 against Parnell last week. Here's the second ball. This one's stoned and taken at point. Hold out second ball. And it's 2 for 1. Good start from Grafton. Parnell's captain, Aniket Perique, walks to the crease. As Harry Miller dismissed. Caught for Campbell, bowled Robinson for 2 off 2 deliveries. Aniket Perique, 9 innings in Auckland Premier T20s since the start of last season. 270 runs at an average of just under 34. Strike rate of 167. Highest score, batting at number 3 in all Auckland Prem matches, 86 off 48 against Cornwall earlier this year. His 2 50s to his name. Third highest partnership, which was with KV Prakash against Cornwall as well. But last weekend against Cornwall, 113 as well as a 5 for 41. So in form, as he's got a bottom edge and doesn't carry the first slip. Robinson bowling from the road end here at Shore Road. Bevan Jenkinson of Bears Broadcasting with you. Bevan Jenkinson of Bears Broadcasting with you. As the third test between India and Australia has been declared a draw. 8 without loss, India chasing 275 on day 5. So a swing and a miss from Perique. It's a strong ball, a strong run scorer, Aniket Perique. Always bats in that top echelon. And a very good all-rounder. As lets this one go. Two players allowed outside the inner circle in the first 5 overs. Deep square leg and third man in play. As well as a slip, short fine leg, backward point, cover, extra cover, mid off, mid on. As all gets this one stoned up, and there's an appeal and not given. Ends the first over. Parnell chasing 59 to win a 2 for 1. Dylan Taylor bowling the first over from the water's end, the second over of the innings. James Nelson yet to face. Takes him to the crease and plays this to mid-wicket. Still a slip and play. Long on and deep square leg, forward square leg. The two players allowed out. Reminder there'll be highlights and photos posted to Bev's Broadcasting official Facebook page as he backs away. Plays this forward to point and they'll pick up one. Have also noticed in the change of innings that I haven't done last Wednesday's T20. I was a bit caught up with doing Global Youth Sevens at Dilworth, so I'll try and get those highlights of Parnell's game against Eden Roskill last week up pretty soon as well. Slower one here from Taylor. Fourth ball quicker, gets the outside edge. Flies down to over slip. They're going to come back for two. His appeal, and I think he's just home. A little bit of hesitation turning. They got home safely in the end, 5 for 1. 2 balls left in the second. Dylan Taylor. Since the start, Premier Men T20 stats since the start of last season, is this one slower and couldn't catch up with it. 6-7, Chasm 12th, having conceded 82 runs or more. This one's pulled round behind square, player coming from forward square, just restrict it to one. There's an RPO of 5.5, which sits 9th and having bowled 68 balls or more. Dev's cricket stats 2 on Facebook as well. So that ends the second over. It is 6 for 1. As we see a couple of ducks walking across. I think Grafton will be looking for more than 2 ducks if they can from the Parnell batters. Correct weights. Winds up over mid off, sorry. Pick up 2, will they? And it reaches the boundary, 4 runs. Good way to start the third over. Robinson 1 for 6 into his second over. Correct, 7 off 9 now. Oh, this top edge flies down to third man, play it back, and oh, it's dropped. Goes down. It was hard. That wind is quite strong here. And a chance goes begging for Grafton. I think it's Archie Gothard down there on the boundary. Wind is very strong here at Shore Road. Although down to Gothard this time on along the ground. I'll pick up 1. Tail for 1, halfway through the third. Other games going on in the Martin Guptill T20 competition this year. The competition being named after Martin Guptill, as this one's all along the ground, all along the carpet. It's 4 down through long off. Takapuna at home to East Coast Bays, 126 for 4. in the 16th over. North Shore at home against Hibiscus Coast, 110 for 4 after 16. Birkenhead at home to Cumu as this one's let go. Birkenhead at home to Cumu, 121 for 4 after 16. Suburbs at home against Waitakere, 126 for 4 on the 17th. Eden Roskill at Cornwall, 97 for 6, struggling a little bit there. Eden Roskill, unfortunately, for my sake, and their sake, of course. As the last ball of the third over, pulled round, play it back. Oh, it's gone through the hands. It's a difficult chance as well, and it's 4. It probably hurts. It's a second drop catch in the over, but this one resulting in a boundary. After 3 overs, 20 for 1. And Kip Parikh dropped both times. He's 16 off 13. James Nelson at the other end, 2 off 3. I'll just finish off those other scores going on at the moment. Waiting for my laptop to load up. Auckland Uni at Papatoetoe Rec Ground, 145 for 4 after 18. And Hauck Pakaranga at Ellerslie, 153 for 5 in the 18th over. As you see, pace at the water's end as this one's guided off the bat down to wide third man. Player back there on the boundary, they'll take 1. So Robbie Teller bowling from the water's end. Dev's broadcasting set up 6 years ago to help achieve my dream of commentating sport. This one sliced, 4 to point. That's going to be a retrieval. It's a no ball as well. It's 4 runs. $21 for 1, chasing Grafton's 58. So this one's short, bottom hand comes off the bat. It's flying down to third, fine leg. Player was up though, and they're just going to take the 1. And Kip Parikh now 21 off 15. I'll finish off that stuff about Dev's broadcasting in a moment, as this one's played down to mid-on. Also to help promote sports at all levels that don't get mainstream media. I've done cricket and rugby in my main 2 sports, along with goalball, which is a vision impaired sport, wheelchair rugby, or murder ball, was originally called. If you want to see a great documentary about this sport of wheelchair rugby, as this one's back and dropped. It was a hard chance from Tellett in his follow through. It was low as well. I've done basketball, field hockey, roller derby. Yes, there's going to be a bit of a break here. It's just copped him in the hands of Tellett. Done everything from primary school level to intermediate through to secondary school, as well as senior club level. And this one played down to mid-off, they get through for 1. And last year I was given the pleasure and opportunity to commentate and live stream two Super Rugby Pacific pre-season matches between Moana Pacifica and the Chiefs, and then the Highlanders flew me down for their game against Moana Pacifica. So this one's up in the air, could catch it myself almost. It's not going to get to the boundary, but they'll pick up two. It's not quite well timed there. Decent throw coming in. And that ends the fourth over. It's 30 for 1. Just going to have a look at my records as well to see what the largest win by Bulls batting second. That was University last week, actually beat Ellerslie by 69 balls, 11 and a half overs. Since the start of last season. Yeah, unfortunately, it is a bit stuttery, the one. I think just the conditions are playing a bit of havoc. I do thank you for your patience, though. Hopefully it'll sort itself out in a moment. Do apologise for these tech difficulties. I need some bit of help with the money side of things, actually, to fix the laptop. So first ball of the new over starts on a dot. As this one's down through third man, and it's wides as well, four of them. $35 for 1, 2 balls into the fifth over. This goes on the sweep, up and over mid-wicket. And there's a player back there. It'll just be one. Got a little bit excited until I realised, no, there was a fielder on the boundary down there. Parrek goes through square leg this time. The player back there will restrict, coming from mid wicket, will restrict it to 1. Not a problem at all, the 1. Happy to have you and others tuning in. Comes down the wicket, and I'll get 1 down to long on. And I played her across the line of this. I'll get 1 leg by all that. Just wait and see if there is a signal. No, there isn't. It was a run. It was probably a good reason to not give it. And after 5 overs, 39 for 1. Parnell now 20 runs. First ball of the new over. It's 4 over mid wicket. Parrek just liking the shorter stuff. 29 off 19. James Nelson at the other end. 6 off 11. Parrek's on strike. As this one's up and over, long on, and one bounce, 4 runs. In the wheelhouse, and as I said, Perique is in a lot of form at the moment, having scored 100 against Cornwall last week. Campbell, 2 balls for 8 runs. Player now dropping back to mid-wicket on the boundary. 3/4 at least. This is a full one down to mid-on. There's the next ball up and over mid-on this time. Players going back, and it'll be 1 bounce for and a no ball, 4 runs. Second no ball of the innings, and both resulting in 4, as well as a wide that went for 4 runs. And it's now 52 for 1. 2 balls left in the 6th. And this one's up and over mid-on again. And just wanted to say, I think that's gone all the way. It has. 6. The scores are tied. I said to Eden Roskell last week, I go, just go back to the blackboard and blow it up. Don't, just put that out of you. There's not much else you can do, unfortunately. Grafton winning the toss and electing to bat. And this will be back to the bowler. There's a free hit as well, so one little positive there. As the next ball from Campbell, full, and can't beat mid off this time. Deny the single, or the signal. It ends 6 overs, it's 58 for 1. Still the run eluding them at the moment. In the power play as well, I don't think Grafton will worry about players outside the circle. As I say that their mid-wicket's going back. Parnell just needing 1 run. They'll definitely go to the top of the table. They've had 2 thumping wins now. As this one's played to short third man, they get through to the single, and that is game complete. Parnell having Grafton winning the toss and electing to bat, rolling them for 58. They'll win this game by 83 balls, and a very comprehensive one. So congratulations to them. Good luck to both teams this weekend. I think Parnell's got another big game against Auckland University in the Jeff Crow. Take care out there, folks. Look after each other, and Merry Karamiti.